go ahead. Okay. Okay, if you guys go to visual, under visual, what we're going to be doing, we're doing the calculation just starting from the beginning. You're going to go under visual. As you can see, visual, we're going to go visual professional. We're going to go open visual professional as you, a lot of you are there. Okay. You see your license coming up. Everybody's at this point or a little bit more. Okay. Step number one. I know some of these numbers might not be right, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll get you the right number. But I have a few of them that I'm going to be starting. So let's guys go start with right in here. You can open an existing file if you have one, or you can start a new interior file, or open existing file and new exterior file. You can get an interior or exterior. So Jem, my friend, when we do the site, you guys going to have two files from CAD you need to import. Number one is the interior file, and number two is the site. We're going to import the site. Now we're going to work only on interior today. We'll do the site a different time. So I'm going to go in new. If you guys do me a favor, everybody's at this point. Everyone is at this point. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, new interior file, because I am working inside the building. So I'm going to go interior file, new. It opens a file that's called interior file for you. Let me just close my email if you don't mind. It just keeps bugging me here. All right. There you go. All right. So everybody at this point, everyone is at this point, guys. Cool. Step number one, Spencer. We're going to go import the CAD file into Visual. That's the first thing you need to do. This is how we do this. Step number one, import CAD file, not Revit. I don't know if they accommodate Revit yet. CAD file, let's see when we import it. So go with me, file. Everybody go file. Everybody is at the same point. By the way, everything that we're doing hopefully is recorded too. DJ, everything is recorded. And you're probably recording me too. File, import. I want you guys to look at here when you're done. You can save. It's like any other software, Microsoft Office software. You can save, open, blah, blah, blah. I want to emphasize the import. The first step is going to go import. Click import. Okay, it's going to open. You're going to go import CAD. Now, here's where do you guys find CAD that I need? Very important. Which CAD file? On the network, the instructor folder, I put all the CAD files, and I ask you guys to go copy them to your team folder. For this step, guys, it doesn't really matter where you import it from. You can import it directly from the instructor folder, or you can import it from your team folder, a copy of what you got from the instructor folder. So let me show you what I've done. I'm going to go back to my desktop, like you guys. If you're at your desktop, go to shortcut to 2011. It will send you here. Go to your team folder. If you don't have it in your team folder, don't worry, go to the instructor folder. You can get it from the team folder or instructor folder. I'm going to go to the instructor folder. We're trying to import a file. Everybody knows, I hope, how to import the file. We're going to try to import the file. Winter 221 because it's lab. And here's where all these AutoCAD files are. Everybody's at this point, guys. Very important where you get this file. You might have to go instead of instructor folder to your team folder if you copy this folder to your team folder. Folder. Everything is folders, huh?
Sorry, it's not letting me get in.
Instructor folder?
Yeah, I'm on my link to my quarter 5, but it doesn't give me the.
Go back here.
Weird.
Are you there?
Well, I'm to my quarter 5.
Okay, go back one step up.
I do, and then it brings me back to desktop. See?
Okay, here, this one.
See what I mean?
All right.
Oh, sorry. Team 3 shortcut. I was on the wrong one.
Team 3.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go, guys, to either instructor folder or your team folder to import a CAD file. That's all what we're doing. We're gonna go. In my case, I went to the instructor folder. Either way should work for you. We're just importing it. AutoCAD. When you get into the AutoCAD, if you have these folders in your team folder, I would rather you guys import them from your team folder. Okay, when you go there, we're going to import 2 files, not now. We're going to import 1 file now, another file later in a different file. Here's all the CAD. The only one that I want to import is X floor 1. This is the layout of the floor. So I'm going to highlight this. This is the one I want to import. Okay, just highlight it. Why this one, guys? Because that gives you the footprint of your building, the layout of your fixtures. Double click. Did it open it? If you double click it. Okay, stay there. If you don't, you're good. You're one step ahead of us.
Would you say that it's in instructor folder under
Instructor folder.
winter?
Yes, we're in the winter, Mr. Bell. Instructor folder, quarter number 5, winter, ECDM 221, AutoCAD. Everybody's okay there? By the way, I would rather you guys do it individually this time just to know how to use the software, and eventually you have to decide which one is the best that you import into Revit. Okay, any question, guys? Mr. Bell, you found it? Okay. All right, so here's my folder. When you're at this point, guys, you're going to load the folder. So I'm going to go open. I opened it. It's loading that particular. Now, you get this screen. This will tell you, do you want to import all these layers that comes from CAD? Always hit all. Hit all, meaning you don't know which one you're going to use or what you don't. Might as well just bring them on and you can turn them on and off in visual. You can turn them on and off in visual. So hit all. So they're all coming, all the layers that came from CAD that are in this file will be coming with CAD file to visual. Does that make sense, what we're doing? Mr. Beb?
No, I cannot get it. I don't know why.
Okay. Let me see. Because you have received right here, you need to go to the network. Where's the shortcut to the network? Instructor folder, winter, architectural, and and here you ready? Okay, we're at this point. Everybody's at this point, guys. Please, again, hopefully the recording continue. Everything is recorded, so because we're going to do the same thing for next project, guys, and any other project. When you're done hitting all, select all, Mr. Webb, right at the top here. When you're done, then hit import. Bring all this CAD file into visual. That's step number 1. We're going to bring CAD file into visual. So really, that's what we did. It's importing CAD file into visual, taking a few seconds because it's loading it from the network. If it wasn't in the network, it would. Are you guys okay? Everybody pulled it up? Spencer, did yours come up? You good? Okay. Yeah. If it's causing you guys some trouble, just copy the file to your C drive and import it from C drive. Just copy it to C drive. Yeah.
It's importing your instructor file.
Is that? Okay. So copy, because a lot of us are using it, copy it to your C drive and import. Jim, my friend, cool?
I got it.
You got it? You're the best, man. So what we did, guys, is just we brought a 2D Spencer of the CAD into visual. Why do we do this? Because that will give us the footprint of all the rooms in the building. So we need to do foot candle calculation, or foot candle calculation. Okay, everybody got that one? Everybody got that? Is your file, guys, sitting right at the top, right, like mine? You got it? Cool. Okay, everybody's there. All right. When you guys are there, the first thing I would do is I want you to look at these interfaces. See that these four interfaces right in here. Let me tell you the importance of these 3 interfaces. In CAD, there are 3 very important things, guys, we have to do. Number 1 is the background. See that little button here? This is the background button. So I want to make my background uneditable. So when you guys are moving around with it, you're not going to mess it around. So if you can make it uneditable, it turns into gray. Why do I turn it into gray, guys? Because I don't want to accidentally, as I delete and add fixture, accidentally delete a room, a line of a room. You don't want to mess it with it. It's a background. It's just uneditable for you. Okay? Again, one more time. This button here gets you everything that you need. This is called the background. What we imported, they call it in Revit background. You can, if you want to make it invisible, you can make it editable. Hit editable. You can move walls and edit it. Almost always, you want to make this one uneditable, so people don't accidentally delete a wall or a ceiling. Okay. Invisible, you don't want to make it invisible. We'll use invisible for other things. Properties, if I hit properties, guys, it will give me the properties of the lines and all this good stuff. We'll get to that one later. Any question about the background? The most important thing is to import the background, make it ineditable. We're cool? Everybody's there? Okay, cool. All right. Another thing I want to do, guys, as I've been told to do by the lighting gurus, as you want to put this one into 0, 0, 0 coordinates. You want to put it to 0, 0, 0 coordinates, because right now it's tilted to the side, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But let me tell you. Here's the interface. There's an interface like copy here. This is delete, erase. Can you guys see that? Erase, move. This will be rotate, trim. If you need to trim, the most important one, guys, is probably move. You're going to be moving a couple of stuff. So I'm going to hit move. Everybody with me? I'm going to hit move, and I'm going to go highlight like in CAD, right to left to right. I'm going to highlight everything here. Of course, I can't, because anybody knows why I didn't pick it up? I made it editable. So do me a favor, go back and make it editable. We should have done that one. Make it editable first. Make it editable. Everybody knows how? Go back, and make it right in here, guys, and make it editable. Everybody's okay there? You guys did it editable? Good. I'm going to go move command, highlight the area that you want to move. So it's red now. I highlighted it. It's red. Hit enter, or right click. Right click. It will ask you move base point. Can you guys see the move base point right at the bottom here? It asks you when you right click right click on the button, it activates a move base point. Everybody there? Let's do it one more time. Move, hit move, pick it up. It's red now, right? Right click, left click, it becomes red. Everybody's okay with that? Cool, right?
Left click or right click?
Move, grab the move, and left click, it becomes red. Anybody got red? No? Okay, when you get red, so we selected the objects. We selected the object, guys. Mr. Bradley, work? Okay, now when you're at this point, you see that little square, guys? Right click, and it will tell you move which paste point you want to move it. You will pick a paste point. Right click, it gets you right here. Paste point to move. What I would do, guys, I would zoom. See, everybody see that zoom window? Go to the zoom window. Everybody see, flick all the way up to here. See where it's zoom window? Zoom window. Everybody saw with the zoom window? Click on zoom window and go to that little right bottom corner. Right bottom corner. And I'm going to pick that corner as my reference. And by the way, if you guys can pick, see the snap is too big. Everybody see that the snap is too big? Do me a favor, change your snap. Look at this. You can change your snap from 1 all the way to 0.1. Click on that one. That will make it easier for you.
Okay, which one is the zoom window?
Zoom window one is right in here. See what is the
Can you use your mouse too, or?
You can use your mouse. You should be able to use your mouse. Okay?
Okay, so you hit zoom window, and then what do you got to do?
Zoom window, and I zoomed into the right bottom corner, and I'm gonna go pick that little corner. Can you guys see that? That little corner. I picked it. So I see now I can move. What I need to do, guys, oops, I moved too fast. Let's go back for me. Let me zoom. Here's where zoom all. Everybody see where that zoom all? Everybody see a zoom all? Zoom all. Let's do it one more time. Zoom all. I'm gonna go move. Highlight the stuff you need to move. Right click. Right click. Pick the corner. Select the corner. See, select this point. On second. Go back.
You're going way too fast.
Okay.
Look what's going on. Awesome.
That's no.
Same thing. Hold your horses. Don't do anything. When it's moving in your hand, guys, like this, do me a favor. Type 0, 0, 0. Put yourself right here. See where I'm typing, guys? Put yourself right here and type 0, 0, 0. This is supposed to put you right to the 0, 0, 0 reference. Okay? And hit enter. Hit enter. It's supposed to have put you in the 0, 0, 0. You don't see anything, right? So hit all. See where it says all right at the top? Now you are at 0, 0, 0 reference. Do you want me to repeat it one more time?
No, mine's.
Okay.
Mine just went like at a weird angle.
At a weird angle here. If you went at a weird angle, see that little window, guys? This is your orientation. Click right this button. This is what we call the plan view. Click that button. It sits you right at the right angle.
Oh, cool.
Okay, the plan view. Let's red. What? Didn't work? Okay. Anybody else? Because zoom all. Hit. Is it zoom all? Okay.
So 0, 0.
Red, get you.
So I got it right.
Okay, zoom all. Right here. Okay, he didn't move. It seems yours did not move. Okay, that's all right. We'll do it one more time. Let's go move. Pick them all up. And right click. And here's move the paste point for moving.
0, 0.
No. This is the one that we're gonna pick. We're gonna pick the paste. This little paste point here. That's the one I'm gonna pick. Just for the possibility. Now it's moving in my hand, right? I'm gonna go back and put the 0, 0, 0.
Oh, comma 0.
Yeah. Enter. Okay, now it should be centralized too. Okay?
Why is it so much bigger area somewhere?
Okay, you're gonna probably change it one more time. Copy it. Right click. Now we're gonna go pick the point. See what I'm doing here? And go pick the point. It doesn't have to be used. Just to the best of your ability. It doesn't have to be exact. Oh. Okay. Now you put your 0, 0, 0. Enter. And now you are centralized to 0, 0, 0. Everybody's there, Brad?
Mine doesn't go 0, 0.
Okay. Muhammad? Everybody's
Because
there?
when I did it, it came up 0, 21, so I just scrolled it
Right click. Okay, you get there. You need to select the case point. Yep, you're right. Yeah, you can't do it also because it's like that. And that's good enough. Now you have to type 0, 0, 0, 0.
He wants to give us a flavor.
Okay.
It
And
doesn't
then,
generate 3D. If I
okay.
this one, this, it'll just.
Okay, everybody is there. Everybody is looking at what I'm looking at. See. Cool. Brooks, you pull it up with us. Good. Mr. Abraham?
Just what I needed to see this.
Toolbar, 3D. There you go. And zoom on. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. Wrap it. Right click. And I'm going to go to the point.
That's right after, yeah.
There's no way in there. It's huge. And I'm going to go Everybody's there, guys? Everyone is there. By the way, everyone is there, my friends. We're cool? Okay, now a couple of things, guys, before you go. It might make your life a little bit easier. This is how you see a 3D orientation. You can look at it. There's no 3D in it, in any dimension. Most of the time when we're working, guys, you're going to be looking at this view, the plan view, before we do anything else. Now remember, this is background, so what do we need to do with the background? Uneditable. We're going to go make it uneditable. So back it, grade. So we grade the background. Did I bring the wrong one? Did you guys bring the one that has a... Yeah. I was hoping I can import the one that has the offices. Yeah. Which one was the one that had the offices? It really doesn't matter because we have the grid here. You can adjust them. And anyway, the foot candle, guys, are given for the... We don't have a foot candle given in our description for the new office is created here. We have the lease space, so you can do your calculation based on lease space. When you import this to CAD, you can adjust the Revit. Okay, yes, sir.
I try to make it uneditable, but it's not gray.
Did you go here and hit uneditable?
Other one. Okay, there's two different.
Yeah, there are two different ones. Okay, the background, guys, is always here. Okay, we're done. We're done with the background. And by the way, you can go get any background and make it uneditable in the same way. So that's step number one. Bring the background. A couple of interface, guys. Your snap, you can make your snap smaller or bigger as you start snapping in here. Here's your ortho as you go through. Ortho on, ortho off. It's like in CAD. A couple of important move, erase. These are very important. Drafting stuff at the bottom. The top right in here, everybody see that? That's like similar to CAD. You can experience it at any time. Okay. One very important thing is because it can drive you nuts. It did drive you nuts. If you lose this window here, if you lose this window and accidentally, Muhammad, my friend, you go there and you click this. Oops, or this. One of these should take you. Look at that, how his dimension start shifting your dimension. Very important, guys. If you go this way, this is kind of moving your building. These arrows not really shifting it this way. It's moving in 3D. Don't do that. Don't you ever use these. If you are in this situation, you want to go back to your normal situation. Always look at view. Look at view. Toolbar. Always you want 3D view on. That interface of 3D on for you. Okay? So if you click 3D, you get that little nice window, and you click here, and you're looking at plan view of this sheet. If you want to look at it from this is southwest corner. Here's how it looks from southwest corner. This is your southeast corner. Very important. This is northeast corner. These are very important because I'm going to ask you guys to print me a report based on southeast, southwest, north, south. So looking at it, this is looking from the south, looking from the north. At the building, first there's nothing because it's a 2D yet. It's a 2D. Okay, so this interface, 3D interface, is big deal. You lost the 3D interface for whatever reason, no problem. Where do you find it? View, toolbar, toolbar 3D. Okay, am I clear about this before we move on? Because later on I'm going to ask you guys to use this one. Step number one is done. We brought the background. We brought the background. The second step, guys, is solids. Solids, I want to bring your attention to a few things, guys. In the CAD, we're going to have, if you have a recessed ceiling, I believe the recessed ceiling that we have right now is sitting at 10 feet. If you have a recessed ceiling, set your calculation at 10 feet. We changed this one over the time, but you can put it at 9 feet. Let's just standardize at 10 feet. So if you have a recessed ceiling like this, 10 feet. Every place where you have a recessed ceiling, let's make it 10 feet. Very important when you build the model. The open office area here, if you're going to go, we're going to make it at 11.5 feet because if you look at the description, it's everything is down, and you go to the open office and it goes that cavity up, they make it bigger so they can suspend the fixtures from it. So this is very important. Let me see if I can write them down here. A couple of assumptions that we're going to be doing. And don't worry if you use the different assumption like 9 foot, not a big deal. This is just for the calculation. Assumption, offices. Offices, all offices, 10-foot ceiling. 10-foot ceiling. This is for ceiling. Because you need to go, now you're going to be doing offices, 10-foot ceiling. If you have mechanical room and shipping, mechanical room and shipping, guys, let's make them at, I don't know what Revit does, but let's make them at 13 feet. Make them at 13 feet. The reason for this, because we have to build the model, guys. If you made them 14 feet based on the model in Revit, not a big deal. Remember, what we're doing is we're just getting calculation. When we move it to Revit, we set them exactly how we set them in Revit. So make the mechanical room and the shipping area 13 feet. Open office. Open office. The open office area, let's make it 11.5 feet. Can you guys write these? These are assumption for our particular project. I'm going to assumption.
Are you taking the office on the exterior walls and the east area?
I'll highlight it in a second. Let me tell you what, so everything, all the offices, all the hallways, also, we can add also the hallway here, hallway, bathrooms, everything, almost everything, bathrooms here, bathrooms, hallways, offices, bathrooms, everything is going to be at 10, except the mechanical room and the shipping room, which is, here's my mechanical room in here. Here's my shipping room in here. These are going to be, let me use a different color. This is going to be right in here. If I use, where's my blue? The open office, here's my open office, guys. The way it sits right now, and I think Revit is doing it the same way, the open office right in here, please follow my graphic here, right this area here. This area is actually set at 11.5 feet. This particular area is sitting at 11.5 feet. Every other area is 10. Does that make sense? So we have 3 areas. The green one is 13. We'll make them 13. The open office area, this part of the open office area, just this part of the open office area, we're going to make it. We're going to make this one 11.5 feet, and every other area is going to be 10 feet as you set your height, because we need to know the height. I think this is close to what we have in Revit. If we have something different in Revit, don't sweat it too hard. If it's off by a foot or two, we're just trying to give it average value, guys. So, okay, did we set the criteria? What did we say? 10, 13, 11 and a half. 10, 13, 11 and a half. Okay, I'm going to go do calculation on the... So let me just take the snapshot here. Hopefully that will work. Close this. All right, so get back to where we were. All right, so 10, 13, 11 and a half. So the next step, guys, is building solids. Visual, you have to build the rooms. Unfortunately, unlike other software where you can import them in 3Ds and you just put your fixtures, you're going to build the 3D on it. Very easy. I'm going to go, guys, when you build the 3Ds, zoom one room at a time. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to go start from this room here. So I'm going to go zoom window. By the way, here's all your zooms here, like CAD and like Revit. All your zooms are right here. Zoom window, zoom, what is that? Zoom in, out, zoom previous, and zoom all. If you lost, all your zooms are right in here. So I'm going to go zoom window, and I'm going to zoom directly into this office here, into the lunch area. Okay? If you want to go back to where you were, Spencer, the easiest way is just to hit zoom all. It takes you where you were, just to look at the big picture. I'm going to go zoom into this office area, and I'm going to work in here. I mean, in lunchroom, and I'm going to work in the lunchroom. I want to work in the lunchroom. Okay, here's your zoom window, and go zoom into the corner where the lunchroom is right upper right corner. Okay. All right. When you build your 3Ds, guys, it doesn't have to be to the exact. You can make it, but remember, you're just trying to get an idea of how the foot candle average and minimum maximum is going to be. So let's start. What I'm going to do next step is I'm going to go build a 3D for lunchroom. We take one room at a time, by the way. We're going to build one room at a time. Very easy. So the second step is called solid. They call the rooms solid in this software. Don't ask me why. It's solid. So to start the solid, you can go construct. See where it says construct? Now, don't get confused here, and I know, DJ, you will get confused. Don't get confused between polygon, between all these. They draw in 2Ds. You want to go to the room structure. Always, please write yourself a note. A lot of students, when they say go to the polygon, they go to this polygon. This will draw in 2Ds. You need to the room structure. So go construct and go to the room structure. Okay, this is exactly what I want you to be. These will draw other things like circles and 2Ds and so forth. We want to go construct room structure, and yeah, our options, brother, too. Either rectangle. If your room is rectangle, grab rectangle. Most of the time, guys, your room is not rectangle. So I will go with polygon. Okay, so this is the shift that almost always for all your rooms. Please write it down. Almost always for all your rooms, when you build them, you're going to be right at this point. Am I clear with this? Again, construct, room structure, polygon. Okay, so we grabbed it. Make sure you guys set your snap right here at the lowest. Everybody sit at 0.1. It helps a lot if you set it at the lowest, which is 0.1. Okay, everybody's there? Everybody's there? Camille, my friend, Jim. Okay, so hit construct. Now we're building 3D. So start with one corner, and again, don't be DJ. Don't be too critical about this, but you're just trying, guys, to get an idea. You're trying to get an idea. That's all what you're doing. So start from any corner, try to hit the inside wall, and don't get stuck. Now, if you grab a line like this, you need to go ortho always. So here's my ortho. See where my ortho is? Everybody see where my ortho is? Click ortho, so get you an ortho. Everybody's got the ortho? Right in here, hit ortho, and grab. So I grabbed one corner, and just trace the room, guys, one corner to another, to the best of your ability. Don't sweat it too hard if you didn't catch the exact one. And I would zoom into the last one here. And close it. Try to grab that point and close it. You should see a green line like this. Everybody got that one? Let me zoom all, come back and zoom window. Pick the last point. Everybody got a green box like this? Everybody got a green box? Okay, let me just see if I got your green box. Because you were using, I think you construct, were you using this one? Okay, polygon. Okay, construct. Polygon, start from here, all the way. And you grab the last point and you're good to go. Okay? Alright. Everybody's there, guys?
Is there something you're supposed to use to close it, or just snap on it up there?
The biggest snap on that, you should be able to snap on that. And the same way they start. Oh, you zoom in. And
Make it green.
you zoom in.
You gotta make sure to straight,
There you go.
connect.
Zoom in.
Trouble too.
Okay, let me do it
So
again.
even if, zoom in if you need to then.
Yeah, to get you that little corner. I think try C, guys. Shift C. One of these Control C or Shift C should also close it. Did you try Shift C or Control C? You not closed. You're still not having closed. You said that. You grab the same point that you started with. There you go. You grab the same point that you closed it on. Right. Okay. Did you guys get that green line?
No.
No?
See.
Close it.
P. Start from the lower corner.
Yep. All the way to the other end. Yeah. Yeah, just trace it to this area. There you go. Right here. There you go. Click. You might have to, in this area, you might have to zoom a little bit. One line here. Here's one. Again, I just.
Is it red?
Okay, please, you go construct.
Yep.
Room, horizon. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. You go. You go. All the way to the last one.
No green.
You know what? Are you? Is your solid? No.
There you go.
You have tons of them. Guys, if you're not seeing your green, your solid might be uneditable. Your solid might be uneditable. Okay, so this room, let me delete this one more time. Because I really want to do some delete. Hit enter or right click. Okay, let's start one more time, guys. If you can't see what you did, please look over here. This is all your solid is right here. Make sure your solid are set at editable. You might have accident, it should be, but you might have accidentally set your solid at uneditable. So whatever you draw, you're not going to see it. Okay, so make sure that it's editable. All right, I'm going to go one more time, guys. Construct. As I construct, I forgot to tell you one very important aspect, guys, as you construct the room. I want you, as you construct, and you can delete that room and start over. That's the only way. It gets you a description here before you guys start anything. See that description here is the height of the room. Is this the right height of the room? 10. Yep, 10 for good. The ceiling reflection. Look at that. Remember how we talked about reflection of the ceiling is set at 80, 50, 20. Reflection, ceiling, floor. Do you want to change it? No. We're going to stick with what we know unless you do the default, guys, unless you know otherwise. So we're going to stick with these reflections. Very important. So I'm going to go, before I do, I'm going to name this. I'm going to name this one, guys. This is room 119. 119. Or you can call it lunch 119 if you want to. Lunch room. No, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I should have told you that step. Guys, the challenge with at least last year, I don't know if the new version will allow you to. Listen to me carefully, guys. The naming these structures or these solids is very important, because then you can get back to it and realize which room are you talking about. So we're going to name this one. Go start again. Can you delete it, guys? Get erase. Let's do one more time here. I'm going to go skip. Yeah. Escape. Can you guys see where the eraser is? See the eraser? Grab the eraser and highlight the stuff that you want to erase, and just right click and it should erase what you want. Okay? Can you guys erase it? Let's start one more time. Oh, you? Bad commute. Okay, one more time, guys. We're doing visual. If you can go open visual, I'll walk you in a second. Construct, polygon, and go grab trace your room. Now, before you do any tracing, come down here, click on that little button and name the room. Okay? Before you do anything, just but this will be lunchroom. Lunchroom. Number what? 119. Lunchroom number what? 19.
Oh man.
You guys might have to do it a couple of times to get to the hang of it. Don't worry, you can. It's so easy to erase and bring it. But I want to bring to your attention, before you build a structure, always name all your structures, whichever room you're building. Otherwise, it becomes nightmare, guys. It will say room 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have no idea what room 1, what room 2, what room 3 is. Always look at the height. Is this the height that we need based on the criteria that we did? Yes, we need a 10 foot. Okay? And then click in here, grab it, trace the room. And I usually zoom slightly in here to get me what I want, and click. So I got a structure, guys, that's only reflecting the lunchroom. How many of you guys got the lunchroom structure?
I did. Man.
Lunchroom structure? Good. Lunchroom structure. Guys, if it didn't work, just delete, do it again. Really, you're going to be doing a lot of these. There's all these rooms, you're going to be drafting them. But I can't emphasize, please give a name. It's easy to forget giving the name, guys. Always give the structure, please, a name. Okay, yes, sir.
Are we able to save?
Yes. Oh, yeah, very good point, because we haven't saved. Can you do me a favor? Because we haven't saved, guys. Can you go ahead and save? And it will open like you do. You know, here's eventually where I want it to be in your team folder. But now, why don't you guys name it? Let me go, because we have not, most of you haven't saved. So let's just make sure that we save. Here's your save like any other save. It prompts you to put the name. We're going to call this one floor. You can name it anything. Floor plan. Floor plan. And I'm going to put it on the desktop. And you guys, I suggest to put it somewhere where you can remember it. Please, somewhere where you can remember it. Eventually, Ryan, I want this one on the network. I want it on the network so I can see your work. For the time being, I'm going to call it floor plan. I'm going to save it on my desktop. So I saved on my desktop, just in case I screwed up. Did you guys do that, please? Save in your desktop. Now, 1 second, Ben.
Yep.
From now on, guys, if you're ahead, all what you have to do, Ryan, is just keep building rooms. Really is. Keep building rooms and hallways. To do a calculation, guys, you have to build rooms, and you can't do calculation without building solids. So every room, you're going to go track a solid, give it a name, make sure the height of the ceiling is good, and click OK, close it, done. Check, check, check. That's step number 1, building the solids for the whole room. If you made a mistake, Brad, don't get mad and start bunching everybody. Just delete it and just delete and start over. Very easy, guys. The software is very easy. You made a mistake, just delete it and start over. It really is. Yes, sir.
So now that we've created that solid,
Mhm.
we've named it.
Yep.
How do I find it again? I mean, I can
But-
see the green line. around
Very
it,
good
but
point.
How do I call up just that particular?
To call it, yeah. To call it, you guys have to need, there's one that's called property. See that little thing here, property? Look where my hand is, right here. Property. You see it? Click on it and go highlight anything you want to call back. Highlight it and right click. It will open this window for you. And see where the room that you called it? Here's your room, lunch room. If you don't name it, Brad, it's a nightmare, because it will say room number 1 and you have no idea which room number 1 is if you made a mistake. And then here's the floor, here's all the walls, and here's the ceiling. The most important thing, guys, when you call is to go to the ceiling to make sure, is the ceiling the right height? Here's my ceiling reflection. I still can change the reflection too. And look at the Z. Can you guys see the Z? The Z sit at what? 10. If your Z is sit at not 10, I don't know how to change Z here, and I don't think you can from this software. The expert of this software is coming, guys, to talk to you next week. We will never ever be able to change the Z here. So if your Z is different than the height of the ceiling that we said, the only way as of now is just go delete the structure and start over again. And it takes a second, guys, to do that. It really is not a big deal. Okay? As long as we're in here, guys, the property, when you are in the property, as long as we're here, you can look at the calculation zone tool. If you click on all your calculation zone, we don't have nothing yet. You can put all calculation zone. You can look at all luminaires that you installed in your project right in here, and you can look at all the solids Here's my room, all the solids that I installed in my room, and the background. And here's the background. If you click on the background, this is the background that you brought with all the arcles and the circles. This one is the least, this property here is the least used. The background, we really don't care much. We just dump it in there, leave it. The most important, there are three properties you're going to be looking at them at all time. Zone, luminaire, and solid. Okay, let me go back one more step, guys. To see what I was doing, all what you have to do, just go to property. Can you see that button in here? Can you guys see that button that says property right in here? Everybody see that? The property right in here. Right in here. Click on the property. Click on it and highlight. Here's the Mr. Bew. Here's the beauty about the software. Highlight anything right in the screen. I'm going to go highlight just this area here. Look what I highlight. Basically pick. I picked it and right click and you get the property box. The property box, it gives you the, let me see if it works. Oh, it works here good. It gives you the solid, it gives you luminaire, it gives you zone, and it gives you background.
What box?
Property box right in here. See that one? And when you pick it, you have to highlight something to get the property of that thing. And then the way visual work, guys, if you pick one thing, Brad, if you pick one fixture, it will show the properties of all the fixtures and the properties of all the solids and the properties of all the, very important, and the properties of the background. So just highlighting one thing gets you this interface that you can see everything from it. That's how it works. I know in Revit is different. If you pick a property of one thing, it only concentrates on that thing. Here, the property, guys, you pick one thing, you can see, Spencer, the property of everything. I thought it's cool. So here's my solid. For example, here's your solid, my lunch. If I want to see, guys, my, come on, let me show off in front of, okay. I have to go here then. If you click on this, and if you will see the ceiling height, here's my ceiling height. See that my ceiling height is right in here. My ceiling height is right in this area. Here's my ceiling height. If it's different than what I told you, which is 10, 11 and a half, and 13. Yes, Mr. Beb.
Not getting when I went to proper highlight it. I'm not getting that.
Did you right click? When you highlight it, right click. Did you right click? Did you see it? Okay. Any question guys about this? I didn't want to introduce that one here, but this is really close, save ink, and close this one. Come on. No, don't. I'm so afraid of crashing with this new software. All right. Okay, so guys, step number 2, Mr. Beb, is to go to every room and build the solid. Really is. So you go now. You can continue doing every room. Oh, please cancel this. Okay, cancel this. No, it's good. So I'm not gonna go, guys. I want you to highlight a few things because it might be confusing. Hallways. When you build the hallways, guys, here's my hallway. Look where I'm gonna just put my hallway here, and you can this common area. You're gonna remember how we said the common area. We're gonna build the solid right in up to here. That's a solid for the common area. Now, Brad, you're gonna tell me, Chad, there are no walls there. It's the only thing that you can get calculation for the open office is you put a solid exactly like I highlighted. If you guys want to highlight it.
You want the ones on the wall over here?
The ones on the wall, I think how does it do in Revit? I think it doesn't take the ones on the wall on Revit. It takes it right in here, if I remember right. It just takes that island right in here. Okay, thank you. Can you guys take that particular one? The height is going to be said 11.5 feet, and then the rest, basically, we're going to go. This is a hallway here. I'm going to take this all area as a hallway. I'm going to take I'm going to take this section as a hallway and see how I'm using kind of my imagination here. Really. Cutting this as a hallway. I'm taking this one office as another area. I might have to pick up this tiny little section as a hallway. So in the open office area is really weird because you have to kind of use your imagination. The whole area is open. You don't want to do it open because the foot candle that they need here is different than the foot candle that they need in the hallways. Yes, sir.
The hallway that's right up against the wall.
You know what?
That's-
We did it many times. We did different ways. If you want to do it this way and grab this as a whole hallway, makes sense? So the whole thing as a hallway and that little office as an area, there are no walls. The only way you can model it is if you put walls and do calculations. So if you guys can model it this way, that's good enough. Okay, so we're going to draw these. We basically going to draw these hallways. And if yours is different, if you decided, guys, to grab this one and do it with this little office, not a big deal. The open office is kind of fluid. You can go either way because the whole area is open. But here's one thing. When I go to shipping and receiving, that will be one box, right? One box for shipping and receiving. Any question, guys, about building the solid? Building the solid? I'll be with you. Give me a second here. Any question, guys, about building the solid? We built the solid. Now, Mr. Ribba, we're going to continue doing this, building a solid for every area. Spencer, does it make sense? Every area, build a solid for it, okay? The open office, I suggest to do it this way. Let me take a snapshot of that. And close it. Okay. Now, we build, just to see that it's a 3D, guys, go look at any 3D view. Can you guys see how it looks like you actually start to look at it? You can look at it from any angle. Now we have a solid. We have a 3D. And where did I get these, guys? Right from here. If you lost it, you don't have it?
No, I do have a quick question.
Okay, if you don't have it, just one second. If you don't have it, go view and go toolbar, and it should be right here. 3D view should be clicked. If you don't have it. Yes, sir.
Let's say, no, sorry, let's say you're joining your open office with your corridors. Do your lines need to butt up against each other?
Yes, as much as you could.
Otherwise,
Otherwise, this
just try to get them tight.
Yes,
Okay.
as tight as you can.
All right.
But don't be DJ and try to get it perfect. For what we're trying to do is trying to get an idea.
Yeah, I understand. All right.
Okay, any
Call
question?
me out on that bullshit.
Oh,
I don't know.
no, you're not. Okay, any question, guys, about the solid? Any question about the solid?
We have to draw this.
No, the blue stuff that I did, don't worry about it because I have it as a PDF file, guys, and I give it to you. The blue stuff that I did, it's a PDF. It's a PDF, and I can show it to you. And that's why I'm taking pictures of it. Okay, and I know, guys, this is this software. Just FYI, guys, we had one of our students not last year, the year before, got hired because of this software. They hired him. Now he works for Davis and Associates. You'll meet him when we go there. And all what he does day in day out, Spencer, is lighting. And Spencer, Lighting Matter. All what they do, they have a different software, but it's really the same concept. Just FYI, everything what we're doing is recorded. That I've done is recorded. Will be on YouTube tonight. So, from what we started from the beginning. So, Ryan, did I do anything wrong or? Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'm so scared of you guys. Mr. Beb, wait a second. Yes, Mr. Beb.
So should I have to draw these hallways and everything?
Yes, Mr. Beb, eventually, but if you hold your horse with me, you're going to do that one. This is just, we're going to do everything exactly like I did this box with a name and a height. Okay, Brad?
So let's just say for the sake of argument that I already made my solid for the office space.
Yep.
But it's now 11.5 feet. How am I gonna make
Here, see what that eraser here? Click the eraser and see that you get that window. Hold the left button and make a window around it. And right click. Gone. And I don't want to do that myself. I want to go back. By the way, if you made a mistake, there's a back button. Everybody knows the back buttons here. Back, forward, thanks God. Okay? The erase, if you made a mistake, very good point. If you make a mistake, guys, eraser, make a box around the things that you want to erase. It highlighted in red, and then right click. Don't ask me why they do right click on it, and off you go. Off you go. Any question, guys, about the solid? The solid is gone. Now, any question, guys, about building a solid for the rest of them? Should be able to go take one room at a time to the best of your ability. Two things about the solids. Please do not be perfectionist to line up, but to the best of your ability. Ryan, all this solid, you're going to leave it behind when we go to Revit. Guys, remember, the solid that you did is meaningless when we go to Revit. We're just trying to get the layout of the fixture. In Revit, you still use the solids in Revit. So thanks God, when Revit moves into really more lighting calculation, this software will be obsolete, if ever. You know, we're just trying to get the layout, guys. The solids, you're going to print it for Chad just to show me that you did it. But in real life, in that solid, it stays with you. Okay, this is step number, we did the background, we did the solid. The step number 3 is the calculation zone. And you guys, I trust all of you to know how to build the solid, right? Everybody knows how to build a solid. Camille, my friend. Okay. Now I'm going to go to step number 3. Step number 3, guys, is now I need Spencer. I need to tell that solid, the software, I want you to do calculation at which level. I need to put a calculation zone. They call it calculation zone. So when I run my calculation, is it going to run it at 0 or is it going to run it at 2.5? There are 2 calculation zones that you're going to be doing. Calculation, they call them calculation zone. If you go calculation here and calculation zone, and there's a bunch of options. You go to the calculation zone. If you are doing inside, you're going to go to the surface. Okay, don't click anything, just you go to calculation zone. What we're doing, guys, is we're setting our 2 feet by 2 feet points, so the software will calculate at these points. Okay, now you can do a polygonal or rectangle, or you can do by surface. Here's my advice for all of you. It works perfect. If you have a solid, always go surface. If you have a solid, always go surface. Why? Because you can pick the bottom of that solid. That's your surface. And you can elevate the calculation zone 2.5 feet, and you got your calculation zone set. If you have a solid, always pick the surface. Okay? If we're doing parking lot outside, we're going to use the polygonal because we don't have a solid outside. We're not building a solid around the parking lot, are we? There's no solid around the parking lot. Okay? Right now, you're going to do calculation zone, surface, and here's what I want you guys to write. Offices, everything, let's say hallways, put them elevation at 0 feet. Office, put it at 2.5 feet. And it defaults at 2.5 feet. This is how high off the surface you will put your calculation zone. So Spencer, do you want the calculation to be right here on the floor? If it's a hallway, yes. Or do you want it at 2.5 right on this desk? So for the most part, guys, if you're up anything kind of office related, put it at 2.5. Hallways, put it at 0. Shipping and handling, I usually put it at 2.5. But other than hallways, and you can find people different. They can put it at 0 on shipping and handling. What I suggest, again, if anybody tells you otherwise, please stick with it. I suggest everything else put it at 2.5, except the hallways, put it at 0. Okay, put hallways at 0, everything at 2.5. Now, is it wrong if you put the hallways at 2.5? No. Okay, because the idea in the hallway, you're not going to sit and work in the hallway. You're just walking. If you're any other office, any other area, even the bathroom, guys. Usually, you're sitting standing in front of the sink or something. You need it to be at 2.5. Somebody can argue in the bathroom you might need it at 0, but let's just standardize, guys. If you put it at 0 in the bathroom, we did hurt my feeling. What I suggest, everything 2.5 feet, hallway at 0. Okay, so I'm going to go take a snapshot on this. DJ, my friend, are we in a good shape? Take snapshot. Okay, I'll close that one. All right, so I'm going to go one more time, guys. Calculation zone, surface. Now, when you do this, step, guys, the best way to do it is if you're in a 3D. The best way to do it is if you're in a 3D. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in a 3D. Just pick any corner like this, any corner, any view, and go zoom into that system. Zoom into it, right? I just zoomed into a 3D. I'm looking at my box that I built. Everybody's okay with that? Here's my surface. I just zoomed in. Everybody knows how to do that one. You can go to any of these views, this view, this view, this view. Don't go to that view because it doesn't give you all the surfaces. Go to a view that give you the 3D dimensions of that.
What if you already did the whole?
That's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Now, in reality, you're gonna be. That's why you zoom. That's why you grab this one, and to the best of your ability, you zoom into the area that you want. You zoom into the area that you want. Everybody knows how to zoom into the area, guys? Okay. When you do calculation, the best way to do it is to be in 3D view, zoom this way. Then go calculation. Let's go calculation. Calculation zone. And I'm going to go surface. Hit surface. Now, very important. Don't do anything. When you hit surface, what do you see here? Description. What do you think the description of this calculation zone would be? Thank you. Lunch, oops, room 119. So my calculation, okay, lunch. Now look at the height of the calculation zone, Brad. What's the height is set at what? 0. Lunchroom, we decided to put it at 2.5, like everybody else. 2.5 lunchroom sitting on the table. So I'm going to go put the height at what? 2.5. I think 2.5 should get you there. 2.5. Okay? That's the only two things you need to do here. You need to give it a name, a unique name. So when you look at it at the property, Spencer, when you're looking at the property later on, you're going to see a zone lunchroom 119. So you know that zone is related to the lunchroom. Otherwise, if you don't name it, it says zone 1, 2, 3, 4. What is zone 1? I have no idea what zone 1 is. So the name, unique name is very important, guys. Because Spencer, to the calculation zone, they will assign an average value foot candle, minimum, maximum later on, average to minimum. A lot of calculation will be assigned to every zone. So you need to know what's my average in this zone when it says zone 15. What the heck is zone 15? If you give it a name, it becomes unique. Very, very important naming it. Another thing, Brooks, it defaults to 2 by 2. It's gridding the whole room 2 by 2 and give you a calculation at every 2 by 2 corner. It's a grid 2 by 2 and calculation every 2 by 2. What I suggest is leave it alone, guys. If you want to make it 3 by 3, every time you make it smaller, it takes longer for the software to crunch numbers. So leave it as a default. If you can see 2 by 2. Default, the default is you're coming from the top down light. So leave everything else here at this time. Okay. All right, we got that one. Then you still click in here. You still have the square, right? That square. I'm going to go pick the floor, and you're going to be very careful picking the floor because sometimes you might not be able to click. I was lucky. I picked the floor. If you pick a window, you have to go escape. See, it highlighted the floor. Did you guys highlight the floor? Okay. If you highlighted by accident one of the other walls, you might have to hit escape out of it and go do it again. This is. I go and clicked on that little. Right, what did I do? I left click and I picked, everybody got the bottom? This means you got the bottom. Now if you right click now, here's your calculation zone. This is where the software is going to be doing calculation, right at this level. Can you guys see it's elevated 2.5 feet? If you put it 2.5 feet and it shows at 0, then you have to go back. I think you can edit them. Can't remember. If you can't edit them, what do you do? Delete, put a new. I think you can edit them. Okay, here's my calculation zone. That's step number 3. Bring the background, build the solid, put your calculation zone for every room. The last step, guys, is to put the fixtures. We're ready to drop fixtures. We're ready to drop fixtures. Okay, I can look at in this view. If you look, guys, in this view, you can see where my calculation zone is 2.5, right? And here's the ceiling, here's the 2.5, here's the floor. If you're putting it at 0, Spencer, it's going to show right at the 0 level. And you can look at it from different dimension, guys. I mean, just to look at it. If you want to see the whole big picture again, just hit here and zoom all. And now here's where my calculation is. You're always going to be zooming in one area, Brooks, and working in this particular area. Okay? And you can look at the whole building. As you build the building, you're going to see how these little cubes start popping up all over in that room. It doesn't take much, guys. If you get into the rhythm of it, it really doesn't take much to build it. Okay, so this is the easy part. The easiest part is really building that stuff. I want to go zoom, square it, and zoom into zoom window, and zoom into this area. Okay, everybody zoom window. Everybody where I zoomed window, zoom window, and zoom into that area that we created. Okay, everybody guys have a solid and a calculation zone. Now I'm ready to drop fixtures. I'm ready to drop fixtures. When you drop fixture, you have to ask yourself two things. Are these recessed fixture, meaning are the height of the fixture is going to be, this ceiling is 10. If it's recessed, it's going to be 10. Now, Ryan, what happened in the past, the students go and put the height of the fixture 11 and the height of the ceiling 10. So your fixture is right above your ceiling. So how are you going to get calculated? Chad, I get 0 here. Here's my fixture. In 2Ds, you can see your fixture is there. Always look at it in 3Ds where your fixture is located, because you might put a height for your fixture that's higher than the height of your ceiling. So here's your ceiling, and you're putting the fixture above the ceiling instead of in the ceiling below. Happens all the time. So just an FYI. Okay, we're ready to place fixtures. We're ready to place fixtures. Any question guys about this? We're ready to place fixtures. Okay, now to place fixtures, the sheet that I gave you becomes very important. That sheet that I gave you guys, how to place fixtures, becomes extremely important. Okay, I'm going to go, if you guys go look at the sheet, this is, everybody had it. I'm going to go, it's on the network. It's on the network. If you guys look at the lunchroom, everybody see where the lunchroom is? I need a fixture of 45, page 45. Fixture page 45. 45, here's the fixture, guys, that I need. Everybody can see that fixture? Everybody can see that fixture. Here's the fixture that I need at page 45. That's what I need in the lunchroom. Okay, mistake number 1. Okay, mistake number 1, guys, that happens all the time. I know some of them, I might have to update it for you guys, but for the most part, this sheet is okay. What we did is we went and we highlighted the fixture that we're going to use. 2 things, disclaimer. This software is Visual Lithonia, so we're going to be using Lithonia and their partners in this calculation, though you can pull an IES file from GE and run it if you want to. But since we're losing Lithonia, to make it easier, we're going to lose Lithonia book. So when you guys see lunchroom, it says lunchroom, and it says 45, right? Page 45. This is the fixture we're looking at. Now, Spencer, can you tell me what type of fixture it is? GT8. Very important. That's how you find the IES file for it. Otherwise, good luck. You get lost. Very, very important. So it's a GT8, the type. The type. Then, is it, you can tell that it's a 2x4, right? The 4x4. Everybody can see that, guys, it's a 4x4 fluorescent fixture from the description. I want to bring your attention, guys, to this right in here.
It's 1x1. It's 2x4, 1x.
It's a 2x4. What did they say?
4x4.
No. What? Did they say that? DJ? No, 2x4. 4x4. I guess they make 4x4. I'm sure they make. Okay. So it's a 2x4, guys. A couple of things you need to remember for fixtures. The most important common mistakes, guys, that the students did, Jam, is, can you guys see it? Look here. Please, Brad, look at this. Can you guys see this here? It says Lithonia Commercial and Industrial Fluorescent. This is the family of this type of fixture. So when you're looking at an IES file, when you guys are looking at an IES file, very important, You're gonna always look here. It says Lithonia. I know it's a Lithonia fixture because this book, guys, have multiple manufacturers grouped together in this book. So first of all, it's a Lithonia commercial and industrial fluorescent. That's the family that we're looking for. Then the type is GT8. Very important. Or the group of the fixture is this group, and then the family type is GT8. Very important. Okay, let's go find this one in visual, because and if you guys look at this, I encourage you to look at it. You can have GT8 one wide. We need two GT8 to get us the 2 feet, and we need the trim. I guess grid. How many lamps? You can go 3 lamps, 4 lamps. The lamp. What type of lamp? Can you guys see what type of lamp? I need 32. Always default to 32 unless you know otherwise. 32. Door, blank, flush, steel, white. You can pick any one of these. I really don't care less. Diffusers. Do you need a diffusers? If you don't know, guys, if you don't know what you want, here's what I suggest. If you guys don't know what you want, do you see that catalog number example here? Do you see the example at the top? That's what I do. If I don't know what I want, I stick with the example that they're using here. Everybody can see that example. Try to pick that fixture. Everybody saw that example at the top? Muhammad, my friend, do you see the example right here? It says 2GT8, so it's a 2x4, 4 lamps, 32 watt, A12. What does A12 means? A12, yeah, the diffusers, and it says M volt. What's M volt? Multi-voltage. That's your default. And GB 110, blah blah blah. This is the harmonic stuff.
Where's the multiple?
So one 3 lamp ballast. Do you guys see the 1-4? 1-4, a fourth is actually a 1-4 lamp ballast. So 1 ballast driving the 4 together. And if you look after that, it says GEB 101S. This is the harmonic. So, guys, if you're not familiar, with these, they're different. I would stick with the example. You can, if you have, here's where you change. If you need to balance, like if I have 4 lamps, guys, I need 1 ballast for emergency light and 1 ballast for normal light. That's where you get 2 ballast. You can use 1, 3, and 1. What do we have? We have 1, 3, and 1, 4. You can have 1, 3, and have another ballast for that 1 lamp. You drive 1 lamp. For the most part, drive all the lamps by 1 ballast. Okay. Everybody see what an example of a catalog number. You can diverge with it. You can read about the description of all these diffusers and all this stuff. What I would do, Brad, when I have a project like this, we've used it over and over, the same fixture, and it works really good. And if I want to diverge with it, I really honestly call an expert, lighting expert, and say, what do you guys think of this type of regressed aluminum white? And some of it is architectural, guys. You have to, the look, how the fixture is going to look. You almost have to show it to the architect to approve it. Some of these fixtures, because especially fixtures, architects have a big say in what type of fixtures that we have in a building, because it's going to look, especially the look of that fixture, not the ballast, the look. Okay, everybody can see, guys, and every fixture in this book has an example at the top that you can use this example unless you know otherwise. Ask me. We have experts next week are coming, guys. They're going to be talking about this one. Okay, everybody got that one? Now let's go, and now we are ready to create something called lighting schedule. Lighting schedule. A lighting schedule, guys, is the fixtures that we're going to be using in this project. Okay, click in here. You see that one here? It says schedule. Everybody's there? Hit schedule. All right, when you hit schedule, it opens. You have nothing in your schedule, right? Because you haven't started anything. I'm going to go hit new. Mr. Rabab, with us? Hit schedule. Hit new. You can copy, delete, blah, 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 but we don't have anything yet. Hit new. New will take you to the photometric library that comes with the software. Do you guys see what I see here? Everybody see that it's taking you to Visual 2.0 photometry. Did you default to this? Did you guys default like I did? It might be different. Yours might be different. Now, Brooks, if you decided to use an LED light, you have to go, this is where you can go load the IES file. So if you guys decided to use a different type of fixture, LED light, that's where you're going to go load. You're loading IES file. You're loading IES file. So it comes with a library of IES files with us. that it covers every fixture that we need unless you diverge to a different fixture that they don't manufacture. So click on photometry, okay, and it tells you the Acuity brands lighting. Those are all the manufacturers in this book. All the manufacturers in this book. Okay, so that's where we are. Everybody, do you guys have that same library that I do? Okay, so click on that one, digging in. Okay, now here's what you're going to see. A lot of stuff. Now, remember where I told you guys, I always look at here. What type of fixture is this? Lithonia. So what are we going to be doing? We have multiple of them. Do we have Lithonia here? Lithonia lighting. So I can't read it from here. Lithonia lighting. Now, Mr. Irbab, why do you think I went to Lithonia lighting? Because I know the fixture GT8 right here says Lithonia lighting. In another fixture, Brad, another fixture, and if you open it, they're different color, guys. Another fixture, this is Gotham, if I say it right. So they're different manufacturers. Pay attention to where they are located in this category, okay? So there's a group of manufacturers, guys, of fixtures. One of them is Lithonia. Everybody's good at Lithonia? Okay, click on Lithonia. Okay, now when you get into Lithonia, it gives you a lot of stuff. I want to take you back again to this catalog book. What does it say? Lithonia Commercial Industrial Fluorescent. So what category do you guys need? You need commercial and industrial fluorescent. Now, Mr. Bew, this is where frustration comes. You can't find the name here for that particular fixture. Please drill in, guys. Drill in and look. Look into different ones. Obviously, if it's fluorescent, it's not going to be indoor HID, is it? It's not an indoor HID. Okay, so we know it's easy. We're going to go to fluorescent, commercial fluorescent. Okay, now what type of fixture? We have recessed. It's low bay industrial, recessed, surface mounted, wall mounted. Now this particular one, guys, if you read the description, it's a recessed fixture. So I'm going to go recessed. Okay, recessed. Can you guys see GT? Is it there? Where is it? Oh, Jad. Is it GT8? There you go. GT. Everybody can, guys, can you see the GT8 family that we want? So it's a GT8 family. That's why, Eric, my friend, tying this file to this book is very important. Otherwise, it becomes nightmare. Trying to find the IES file, it's a nightmare. Okay? All right. So we're going to go GT8. All right, here's all the GT8, guys, that you can get. Remember, if it's two, it has two lamps. Here's my option. Let's look at this one. It says GT8 2 lamps. I need 4 lamps. You guys want 4 lamps? You can. What I would suggest is it the 4 lamps that do we have the 4 lamps here? 32. Here's the 4 lamps, isn't that? So this is 2 GT8 4 812 1/4. Isn't that the fixture similar to the fixture that we need? It says general purpose T8 truffer 2x4 4 lamps, number 812 lenses 1/4 electrical. That's the ballast. What's wrong with that? Now, if you don't know, guys, this is where you can. Here's what I care about. I care about 2 things, guys. Here, how many lamps you're going to do, and is it 2x4 or 2x2? Then you can use any type of fixture that can fit. There's so many directions. So this seems to be, if you guys look at the, let me look at this one here. This seems to be, is your window smaller than my window?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I should have told you that. You can put the window larger, guys. How do you do that? You go all the way to the bottom. Yeah, you can drag it all the way to the bottom. Mine is already way at the bottom, the right bottom here. You can drag it and then you expand and look at the fixture. Can you guys see that? You can expand them. This is what I suggest. Make your window as large as you can get so you can look at the big picture. This fixture team, guys, 432 watt T8 linear fluorescent seems to be good fixtures. Again, what's the difference between that one and the one before? You really need to go to read the catalogs about them and the description. The only thing you need to remember, Spencer, is the 32, use 32 watt T8. 32 watt T8. 4 lamps, and now you might have to go change the lamps to 3 brand because you could not, 4 lamps screwed you up. It can't get you the foot candle. too much foot candle. So you can later on when you load this, when you start playing with the number of lamps in that fixture, it allows you number of lamps. Okay, let's say this is our baby, and I'm gonna go. What do? Open it. Now it's loaded. When you opened it, it loaded it in your schedule. Now this fixture is ready to roll and be used. You're going to do the same thing for every fixture in the schedule. And that's kind of where the art is, guys. I want you to play with it this time this week, because next week, guys, is Lithuania, Division Associates are coming. So they can maneuver you in the catalog and so forth. Okay. A couple of things you need to know here. Light loss factor. Look at this, the lumens. Here's the file, the IES file that you brought from. 4 lamps description, the catalog number. The good news is, Spencer, you're going to pull this schedule into CAD and pull it from CAD directly into Revit, and then your lighting schedule is set directly from here. Okay. One thing I want to bring to your attention, guys. Remember that when I was doing about the light loss factor, a combination of all these factors in your building. If I remember right, for fluorescent indoor, at least. And you can change this at any time. Don't take it. They usually default it to 81. That's what Davis and Associates told us. They might change their mind this time, and I might have forgotten it. So default to 81. If you didn't change this one now, you can change it anytime with your calculation. So remember, guys, the depreciation factor, luminant, blah, 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 all this stuff. That's the only thing you need to do for this fixture. Here's the watts of your fixture. I try lumens. Later on, it comes with this lumens, standard lumens. You can change these lumens later on if it doesn't get you the right stuff. Stay with the defaulted ones, guys. Later on, you can reduce the lumen or increase the lumen. So basically, that's it. If you need another lamp with 2 lamps, you have to load it with the 2 lamp. Okay, when we're done with this, just hit OK. Now we have one fixture ready to be installed. Muhammad, my friend, all the fixtures that you have right in here, you're going to do the same step. Find them, load them to the best of your ability. If you load the wrong one, no problem. There's no wrong or right one. There's different design. As long as if I ask you for fluorescent light, guys, I don't expect you to go load a high intensity discharge lamp if I ask you for a fluorescent lamp. Okay, let's go place this fixture and do calculation, and then we're done. Place this fixture, do calculation, and then we're done with this step. We're done, really is. After that, we're going to put the fixtures and we do a calculation. Now, Jem, my friend, and DJ, everybody knows now if I need another fixture, you click in here and you go new, add another fixture. It labels them, guys, for you. You can change the label into Chad Curdy label if you want to. But at any time, and again, you can change this at any time. Just load it and you can change it at any time. Let me go through the fixtures. I'll throw the fixture. To throw the fixture, the first thing, Spencer, you need to know, make sure the fixture number is highlighted in this box. This means that particular fixture is ready to be slammed into that ceiling. Now, if I only have one fixture here, if I have 15 fixture, what do you think? I can scroll here between the 15 fixtures and pick the one that I want to place, right? Everybody with me? I have only one fixture. If I have 15 fixtures, they will be all here, and I scroll to the one that I want to place here, and then when I'm done here, I can go another fixture here and so forth. So all your fixtures that you load, they're going to be right in there. So this is the only fixture that I have. I want to place it. See where to place here? Click on the button next to it. This one is my placing button. Wait, it's not highlighting. I'm going to go place. Okay, now I'm ready to place. See that fixture in my hand? I have 2x4. Now, before I do anything, guys, before you drop it, I want to bring your attention to the height. Look at the height, Brad. What's the height? 10. What's the ceiling here? Okay, let's go back again. You see that little button here? Can you guys see that little button here? Can you see it? Everybody see it?
Yeah.
Right, click on it. Now you grab that highlighted fixture. The first thing you need to pay attention is to the height of the ceiling. Is the height of the ceiling okay?
Yeah.
If you want to lower it, you can lower it or take it up from right here. The good thing about the fixtures, guys, if you made a mistake here, guess what? We can change it later, edit when you edit it. That's the nice thing about the fixture. Unlike the solid, where you're doomed. Orientation, you can change the orientation of the fixture. For the time being, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go place my fixture, guys. I'm going to start right in here and then place a fixture here And then this is the art where you can place it and place a fixture here, and just click and place my fixture here. Remember, Brad, I want to bring to your attention, I'm not going to pick on you, DJ, or anybody else. If you place it, guys, like snap it, it's great. But remember, this, guys, is going to Revit. Revit is what important when you snap right into Revit. Here, all what you're trying to do is just get an idea. So I guess you can copy them and paste them and do all this stuff. So I'm trying to drop a couple of fixtures here and see what I get just for the sake of the calculation here. Okay, and then hit skip. I put 6 fixtures. 6 fixtures. Again, that probably would be overkilling. How did I place them? Based on looking around, you remember how we did the criteria for placing and so forth? Here's one criteria. I moved, usually you want to move, guys, at least 2 feet off the wall when you start placing them, 2 feet off the wall, and I placed them. I think this should give me a good calculation. I don't know though. What's the foot candle for this room? You guys remember the foot candle, Brad?
25.
25. Okay, I need 25. Now, you'll be surprised how much you're going to get. Done, ready to calculate. I have the solid, I have the calculation zone, I have my fixtures. Mr. Irbab, I'm ready to calculate. So for calculation, guys, if I see that calculator here, DJ, I'm sorry, are you okay? Did you place your fixtures? Everybody place their fixtures. Now, before you place your fixture, look at your fixture, guys, in 2D. Can you guys see that blue stuff? My fixture right in the ceiling. That's exactly the recess. That's how they should be. Now, Mr. Buell, over the years, the students placed it right in here. So if you have a fixture that's placed right in, if your fixture are placed right in here, when you look at them, they are actually doing light calculation on the ceiling, on the roof. Okay? So be careful with that particular one. So I'm going to go and snapshot here, close. All right. Okay, go back to view, this view. Everybody knows how to maneuver now between the 3Ds, zoom window and all this stuff. Okay, now we're going to do calculation. Ready to calculate. Ready to calculate means here's your ready to calculate. You're going to go do, here's where you're going to be doing calculation, right in here. This is where ready to calculate. You're going to be doing your calculation right in this spot. Okay, let's go to drop the fixture. Drop the fixture right. It's get out of it. Skip. Okay. All right. Okay, ready to calculate, guys? Hit the calculate zone. Now look at that. Now you're done. Your job is done. The software is taking care of it. Here's all your calculation. Do you guys see the calculation? Everybody see the calculation? Now Brad is Muhammad is going to be asking me, where's your average, Chad? Where's my average? I don't see any average and minimum, maximum. Here's where you can find the statistics. I want to go calculate. Where's statistics? Okay. One more thing. To see you're done with calculation, Mr. Irbab. You're done. That now you need to see what the average and the minimum, maximum. Go calculate statistics. This will show you what your calculation right in here. You need this window open at all times, guys. Here's my average, 67. What a bad design, huh? You'll be fired for that. Yes, Mr. Irbab. Yes, we went to find this window, guys. Gentlemen, this window is very important. The window that I had is very important. You always want this window, Mr. Irbab, open at all times as you do a calculation. Calculate statistics. You want this window always here open, always, because that's what you're going to be comparing with. Now look at Chad Kirby's design. I could be fired for this one. Average is 70. What was the average, Brad, again? 25? 25. Okay, what does that tell you, guys? Tell you that I can go get rid of these two easily now and place them closer. How do you get them?
Can you do that?
How can you
erase them?
Oh, see that eraser right in here?
Oh, erase them.
Grab the eraser and highlight it and drop them. Okay?
Can you twist the fixtures at all?
Yes, you can rotate the fixtures. You can rotate the fixtures. Rotate. You should be able to rotate your fixture, orient your fixture. Any question, guys? Done. Calculation is done. One other thing I want to remind you, Mr. Irbab.
I can't get it to erasing.
Okay, hold your horses. Just these are erasers. Not. Did you highlight and right click at the end? You might have to right click. Pick it up and right click. Okay, I want to bring your attention to a couple of things, please, Jim and Camille, my friend. First of all, this is the number that you're going to be comparing with. But as you compare this number, Spencer, I want you to look at the minimum and the maximum, the minimum, max to mini, and average to mini. This is another very important. My average to mini is 3 to 1. 3 to 1 is actually great distribution, not too bad, 3 to 1, except my averages are huge. Okay, so here's what your goal, guys. Can you guys hear me? The goal is to have the average here as close to 1 to 1 as practical if you can get this one. Here's what you want to go, what your goal is. Your goal is your average for good distribution, your average for good distribution to be as 1 to 1 as practical. Okay? So as a matter of fact, my average is not too bad in terms of distribution. My problem is I have a lot of light. I just have a lot of light. If I needed 60 lights, if the foot candle, this one needed to be 60, I'm perfect. This is complete perfect. Okay? So I want to bring to your attention one thing. Mr. Bew, I want to wake you up and I want to tell you, my friend, that this particular, the only thing you need to do is the average. Right now, shoot for the average. But as you look for the average, Muhammad, my friend, always pay attention to the average to minimum and maximum to minimum. You need the brightest spot in your room and the darkest spot to be as close to each other as practical. You know what I mean? And at least the average to the minimum. You don't want dark spots right in there and very bright spots right in the middle. This is when you become a really lighting designer, it becomes a big deal. You know what I mean? But please pay attention to average to minimum. And my question for you guys, when Davis an associate comes and talk about this, you're going to tell them what's your acceptable average to minimum, what's your acceptable max to minimum. These are the values that you're going to get. Okay. Any question, guys? So what do I need to do, Camille? Because I screwed up here. Look at that. I'm looking for 25 and doubled it. Is this if you submit this to me, guys, with a report, I wouldn't accept it. So I need to go at least. I can tell you, I need to cross 2 of these and 2 of these fixtures. No. Yeah.
I put 16 lights in.
Yeah.
I got a real good 1-to-1.
What type and what's the average though?
200.
Did
I got 1-to-1.
you? Okay.
Be a real.
But again, that's the ideal value, really is. But as close to that number as practical. Serious? You got 1-to-1 through 16 of them. Yeah. But remember, these are 4 lamps. Here's what you can go play. You can put 3 lamps. You can your ideal application, guys, when you do lighting, your ideal application, you really don't want to go for lower than 3 amps because there's too many fixtures. Or so 3 lamps are best. If you can do your design with 3 lampers, that's kind of the optimum design between how many fixtures and good distribution. Okay, I can't emphasize. I want you guys to look. Brooks, my friend, do you see how the calculation zone says lunchroom 119? If I didn't name it, it will say zone number 1 and I'm lost. I have no idea where to compare with. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? The rest is going to be playing with it. Let me show you one last thing, guys, how to do the properties. I'm going to go, do you see that property here button? Right in here. The property button right in here. Oops. Oh, trying to... The property button, which is right in here, right this one here in particular. Everybody got that one? The property button. When you get the property button, 1 second. Okay, I'm going to go property, click on it, and then go see that little box and go, guys, pick everything that you have done so far and click on it. It's red. You still see that red button, that square, right? Right click. It opens the property interface box for you. This is where you can see the lunchroom solid. Look at that. We are in the background. You don't want to be in the background. Muhammad, there's nothing in the background to see. You want to be in the calculation zone. Great. Here's my calculation. Now I can see my calculation zone. It's giving me my calculation zone. I can activate or deactivate. As you start, guys, working in, I am done with this. It's beautiful. It's the best design that God ever created. I'm going to go deactivate inactive, and so I don't want to mess with it, and put it and hit it OK. The calculation is there, you don't see it, inactive. Now if you go guys back again, if you want to see a property, pick the stuff, right click, and see luminaires. Luminaires are active, calculation zone are inactive. Oops, I want to activate that one. Am I going too fast for my laptop? There you go. Activate your calculation zone. You can make your calculation zone uneditable, invisible. After you're done with it, what I suggest after you're done, instead of inactive, guys, after you're done with it, just make it uneditable. So it sits there, nobody mess with it. And you are not going to see the calculation because you're done with it. That's at the end when you're done with everything. Okay. Then you look at luminaires. Luminaires now, look at my luminaire. I want to bring your attention, guys, my luminaire's height is 10. If I made a mistake with my luminaire, two things you can do. You can highlight all your luminaires, look at this. And you can change the height into 12 all at once. Hit 12 and it change all the fixtures into 12. And here's the more important than this, guys. The very important things. You can change the type of the fixture right here. So I placed all these fixtures. I just want to try it with a different fixture. You can highlight them all, pick this, and go. You'll see multiple ones if you loaded them. And I want to say fixture B and try them with fixture B. And you pick fixture B and it assign fixture B to all these fixtures that you already laid out, and do the calculation again. So there's so many orientation you can do. Tilt the fixtures. That's not really in what we're doing yet. Okay, so. Oh no, please, no, don't do this.
Spinning wheel of death.
That's the spinning wheel of death. Really, this is it, guys. In terms of using it, we went over how to open Visual and have a license, right? We got a license. If you don't get a license, please get so. We have a new interior file. We imported CAD file into Visual. We know how to import it now. We have the background, and we put the background, which is the CAD uneditable. We build the solid. Right, Brooks? We built the solid, and we did the coordination zone. We put a coordination zone, and we added a luminaire schedule. We put one luminaire and luminaire schedule. We know how to find it, and we placed it. And then the last step is, we didn't do it here, is calculation. 8, calculate. So then we did our calculation. Oh no, please don't. Okay, really, that's what I want to show you. There's a couple of other things, guys, I will show you later on. Just FYI, how to pull the schedule, how to export back into Revit, but it comes down the road. And how to print from this. I want you guys to print close to 9 reports from this software. 9 reports I want you to print. I will send you the email of all what you need to print and how to print them. But this is really 90% of what you need to know to run the software right now. So that will give you enough time. I know a lot of you are doing power and Revit power, and you're powering your equipment. There's not a whole lot to do. So another partner can jump in now and start working on lighting, guys, right away. Any question?
Cannot see the same window in that.
You cannot see the same window. The spin of death is going on here. Okay, cancel. All right. Okay, we're done. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Give me 1 second here. Just let me save it.
So you're looking around like,
Well,
you're
I mean, go back.
How to do it today? Since you lecture out a book or something.
I am so sorry.